Hey everyone, if you need help filling out your application for housing, this is the video for you. So you're going to click on undergraduate application, then you're going to click save and continue, and here you're required to pay a $100 fee to access the housing application.
Here's where you see all of your personal information. You don't have to worry about refilling out this section because all of your information is already pre-filled from your application.
In the gender identity section, you're going to put your preferred name and your preferred gender identity. In the emergency contact information section, you're going to put your emergency contact's name, relationship email, and cell phone number. Make sure that you double check to make sure that you're not putting your personal information, but the information of your emergency contact. Once you get to the inclusive housing section, you can read the brief description below, and then you can fill out the question. The question is, do you wish to opt into gender inclusive housing? You can pick yes or no. It is all up to your preference. This is the accommodation information section. This is for anybody who needs special accommodations while living on campus. If you know that's you, please pay special attention to this information. Write it down or put it in a place where you'll remember it just in case if you're going to need it. And then once you're done, you can press save and continue and move on to the next section. In the room preferences section, you're able to pick your top three choices of the rooms that you would like to be placed in, one being your most wanted and the last one being your least favorite.
If you would like to be placed on the Manhattan campus, please make sure to put it as your first option so that we can ensure to place you there. Moving on to parking registration, please keep in mind that freshmen won't be able to see this page because they're not allowed to have parking passes as a freshman. However, there are a lot of accessible places near campus by foot or by public transportation. But if you are a sophomore and up looking for parking registration, please make sure to follow these instructions so that you can be able to obtain your parking pass.
Once you're done with that, you're going to be in the housing contract section. In the housing contract, I would strongly suggest reading through as much of the information as possible and making sure that you agree to everything that's in the contract. And then when you're finished reading, you can sign off all the parts. Please make sure you sign off every single part and skim through one more time before submitting to make sure that you filled in every single part. Moving on to the fun part, this is where you get to start looking for your roommate, or if you have a roommate already, this is where you're able to request their name for them to be your roommate. You start off by choosing a screen name, so that can be your legal name or it can be a name that you prefer. And then in the about me section, you can put a small description about yourself. It is completely optional, but if you would like to share a little bit about yourself to help other roommates while they're deciding, then you can go ahead and do that. Once you're done with that, you're gonna go to the roommate matching questions, and you can read all the questions and select yes or no based on whatever your preference is. So, an example of one of the questions would be, are you comfortable living with someone who smokes? If you're not, click no, and if you are, then click yes. After pressing save and continue, you're going to move on to the roommate selection process. So there's three options. You can either search for a roommate by detail, This option would be for someone who already knows who they want to room with, and they can search up their roommate by their name. The second option would be search roommate by profile. So you would fill out the information just like you did the questionnaire, with all of the information about what you prefer, and then you can see if you have a 100% match or if you have a very close match. This method may or may not work for you. If it works for you, feel free to use it. But if it doesn't, you can always go to suggest roommates, and under there, you'll get a whole bunch of suggestions on people who are close to your match based on the questions that you answered in the questionnaire. So you can feel free to look through, read all their information, and you can also contact them by pressing send a message. Once you've completed all the necessary sections and read through the housing contract thoroughly, feel free to submit your applications. And with any questions, please feel free to reach out to residentiallife@mercy.edu. Good luck on your applications, and I hope to see you in the fall. Bye.